Early Man is the latest film from Aardman Animation Studios and directed once again by Nick Park. The film tells the story of a group of cavemen who are living a peaceful existence in their own little secluded, isolated valley until the Bronze Age arrives, and we have this villain here who's the leader of this Premier League of football, and they come in, they try to destroy their land, and it's up to these group of plucky cavemen here, led by Doug, to make a stand and try and beat their rival Bronze Age counterparts in a game of football to try and win back their valley and win back their land. And going into this movie, I was looking forward to it because I'm a big fan of Aardman Animation Studios. I've loved Chicken Run when it came out, and it's crazy to think that came out 18 years ago. I think it was 2000 it came out, which is kind of insane. I remember having that on video as a kid and just loving that movie and watching it over and over again. Big fan of Chicken Run. Of course, Wallace and Gromit, what they're most well known for. I've seen all the short films, of course, the Curse of the Were-Rabbit feature-length film they did back in, when was it, 2005, 2006-ish? And also, the latest thing they've done is, of course, Shaun the Sheep, which was on the children's TV stations over here. And yeah, I'm a big fan of Aardman Animation. I love everything they've done. But that being said, I wasn't like really kind of crazy excited for this because, you know, the trailers, I like the trailers, but they didn't blow me away, you know, I wasn't expecting this to be like the next big thing. But coming out, I actually really enjoyed this movie. It was a whole lot better than I thought it was going to be. I'm not surprised because Aardman always deliver and they always, you know, make great movies. But, you know, like I said, the trailers didn't blow me away. But the movie is actually a whole lot better than the trailers would suggest. The trailers don't actually give a whole lot away. They kind of tease to what the film's going to be about. But there's actually a whole lot more in the movie that the trailers don't even explore. Really, the whole film is about football, really. But it's done in a really clever and unique and interesting way. So even if someone watches this who isn't a massive fan of football like me, I can still really enjoy this movie and get all the little in-jokes and references. And it's the thing that's so great about all these Aardman animated films, whether it's, you know, Chicken Run, Wallace and Gromit. They're always great at these sly kind of in-jokes and references that are written into the script there. And it's what makes Aardman so great and how they stand out from the crowd because, you know, they're not trying to compete with like Disney or Pixar. They're not trying to be anything bigger than they are. They're a lot more personal and a lot more kind of, you know, just quirky and entertaining. And they're really great kind of small, kind of independent British films, and I had to support the small British films. And like I said, what's so great about this movie is that they're just so well written, like all the Aardman films, and they have all the little, you know, in-jokes and references there, just like the Wallace and Gromit films. It's what's so great about the Wallace and Gromit movies as well, is that, okay, they're technically animated movies for kids, but they're just so well written. They have all these little references in there, these little jokes that probably go over the heads of the little kids. And the little kids probably wouldn't pick up on, but there's just so many great little gems there for like adults to pick up on. And it's what makes Aardman movies appeal to kind of all ages, you know, similar to Disney and Pixar in a way, but the way Aardman does it is that they're very fun and quirky and silly and entertaining, like the slapstick comedy and all the humour there for the kids, but they've also got these like little kind of gags in the script there and little references to things in the real world that we as like adults can pick up on. You know, kids probably wouldn't get, and it would probably just go over the heads of the little kids, but we as adults can pick up on all these little references. And there was even a family sitting in front of me, and the kids were laughing and having fun, but the biggest laughs I heard from the kids were like when there was like a poop joke or some of the pants falling down. But then I heard their dad actually laughing a whole lot more at these other little jokes written into the script that, you know, the kids and a lot of other people weren't even picking up on and laughing at. But I noticed him laughing quite a few times at these little things. And so yeah, that's what I love so much about Aardman, is that they appeal to all ages. They're great family fun, great entertainment for kids, but they've also got these sophisticated, more kind of sly little references and gags written into the script there that adults can pick up on and really enjoy as well. And of course, same thing with all Aardman films really, except for After Christmas that they did back in 2011, which was their first CG animated film. With all Aardman's movies, they're stop motion, you know, claymation if you will. It's really what sets them apart from the crowd because they're not these big, fancy, polished, shiny CG animated films. They're classic, homegrown, homemade, stop motion films, and so much work and effort goes into these movies. I know because I've done some stop motion in the past, and it takes so long just to do some tiny 2-second little thing. And the way Nick Park and his team at Aardman Animation do the whole claymation thing, you know, the stop motion animation, it's just so incredible because you watch the movie and you could probably be tricked into thinking it was, you know, just a CG animated film if you didn't know, but it's got that, you know, homegrown British charm to it that you can tell it was like done by hand. You can tell it was, you know, done from scratch. It's not just some polished shiny thing, and I love that about Aardman. You know, it's got that unique look to it, you know, very reminiscent of a Chicken Run or Wallace and Gromit. And yeah, I really like stop motion animation when it's done as well as this, and all the kind of the claymation kind of thing with these little characters and how they're animated. It's just done so well, and there really is no one else that does it better than Nick Park and his team at Aardman, and they just deserve so much credit and so much recognition, because a lot of people don't really give them the credit they deserve. So much effort gets put into making these movies work. I mean, they take like 5-10 years to like actually put together and make. That's how long it takes. And the end result is just really great. You know, it's not like a really long film. It's about an hour and 10 minutes, I think, hour and 20 minutes. But it's really well done, and it's just such an enjoyable film to watch. And of course, being a homegrown British film, we got a great British cast here with the voice performances from the likes of Eddie Redmayne in the lead role as Doug. He was really great, and his voice and his kind of whole performance really suited that character. We've got Tom Hiddleston as the lead villain, you know, this French kind of bad guy. We all know Tom Hiddleston's really good with voices, and he finally gets to put his talents of, you know, doing voices to use with this kind of French accent bad guy, and he almost stole the movie. You know, I remember when I first saw the trailer and it said Tom Hiddleston, I was like, who was Tom Hiddleston? You know, you can't really recognise all these voices, and I had no idea he was like the French bad guy. So he was really great in the movie. Also, Rob Brydon pops up doing multiple voices with different characters, but namely the messenger pigeon, where he gets to put his talents of impressions to use, and he was just so much fun to watch in that role. Maisie Williams pops up also, Timothy Spall, Johnny Vegas is in there. A real kind of great British cast all around, great British actors and comedians, impressionists, you know, and it's just what makes the movie even more entertaining and enjoyable. You can pick up on all these little voices, you can pick up on all these talents there, all these different actors and comedians that get to put their talents to use with this movie, and yeah, it's really great. It's always really great when you get to see a small kind of British film with a great British cast there, and they all did a really great job with the voice performances. And Nick Park has also lent his voice to Hognob, the hog there, which is like Doug's sidekick. And I know this because in the credits all the characters pop up and you see the names of different actors that have voiced the different characters, so that was really cool to see as well. And yeah, all the actors did a really great job with the voice performances. They were all really great as far as, you know, doing impressions or doing different voices and that kind of thing. I think it was all really well cast all round. And so yeah, not much else to say here other than that I really enjoyed this movie. It's not going to be one of the best films of the year or anything. It's not going to be like the next Chicken Run or Wallace and Gromit or anything like that, but I actually really enjoyed this movie. It was actually really entertaining. It's a film that's going to be for all ages, you know, that little kids can enjoy, but also adults can enjoy it as well. It's got the humour there, you know, it's got the homegrown British charm and sense of humour that we can all kind of pick up and really enjoy. Really great performances all around from the really talented voice cast, and yeah, I actually had a really good time with this movie. Like I said, it's not going to be like one of the best films of the year or anything like that, not the next Chicken Run, but I had a really good time with this movie. It put a smile on my face, and I would definitely recommend going out and supporting it. Smaller British film here. It's a lot of fun for all the family, and it's a film that I definitely recommend going out and seeing if you get the chance. It's a film that really deserves support. It's not going to do like, you know, hundreds of millions at the box office or anything like that, but I really hope this movie does well. I really hope people actually go out and see it and support it and have fun watching this movie, because it's definitely worth your time and your money, and I just had a really good time overall. So in the end, I'm going to give Aardman 4 stars. And there we have it. That wraps up my review of Aardman. Have you seen the film yet? And if so, what do you think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, if you like this and you haven't already, be sure to click subscribe to see more. If you missed my last review, be sure to go and click over here to catch up on my last review, or perhaps down here to catch up on all my recent videos. But with that said, I've been David O'Sullivan. I'll see you next time.